The boys were called edgy. Told they never make it past 5 episodes. Well, here those podcast jerks are. Back for season 2. The Boys in the Woods podcast. The show your mother warned you about and that your dad was hiding in the basement listening to. Get ready for the Boys in the Woods podcast.
Welcome back, Charles. I hope everybody is ready for what we have in store for them. Lots to talk about. Lots to chit-chat about. Where do you want to dive right into it at? Do you want to dive right at the heart of it? Or do you want to wait a little minute to get into the beef of the meat?
I would like to start the show off with a conspiracy.
Sure.
How the hell any soccer federation decided that New Jersey was a great place to host a World Cup match blows my damn mind. And
I think we're going to find that out real quick.
I swear to the heavens, I've got no proof. I've got nothing, right? Other than this just screams somebody paid somebody. Because there's no damn way New Jersey topped the list on this World Cup situation. It blows my mind. Everything inside of me says somebody paid somebody something.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. They grease palms for sure. No doubt about it.
What are the routes they're going to give these individuals to take? Because if you take any other route except maybe one or two, it's trash. What sights are you going to see? Trash on the streets? People, homeless people laying on the streets? What the hell happened?
Pissing and shitting in the subways. How are they going to get to the games? They're going to bus them in? They're going to bus them in on their fantastic fucking beautiful train systems and bus systems that they have in New York City and New Jersey?
People were worried about going to Brazil and getting robbed. Bro, we don't go to those places as individuals because of you're going to get robbed, shot, or killed.
Right. You think they're going to go show them around Newark, or how's this going to work? I can't wrap my head around how it's going to work either. It blows my mind as much as it does yours.
What the hell happened? And what? And here's the other kicker too. You can't tell me that money isn't being passed through individuals' hands, because how the hell are these places like California and New York still on the table when it comes to hosting world events? We are a fucking country that is one of the largest countries landmass-wise on planet Earth. And everywhere gets sent to LA or New York, and it's trash. Those two places are trash.
We just talked to Travis. Remember, they talked about cleaning up LA before they brought in the Chinese Xi Jinping, whatever the fuck his name is. We can talk about him because we're not broadcast in China.
Right. Why the frank do we keep putting these events in these states? How is this possible?
I don't know.
You mean to tell me that the University of Michigan's football stadium would not have been a better choice than New Jersey? We're talking about the last World Cup with Argentina had 1.5 billion viewers, and we're going to send you to fucking New Jersey?
Here's the thing, Charles. I would like to be a fly on the wall where they do the decision making for this. Who's coming to the table with the idea that says, hey, how about New Jersey of all places? And they're like, and then all of them sit down and go, yay. You know what I mean? I want to be that fly on the wall because I don't believe that it happened like that. Do you believe it? I don't believe it. There's no way.
There's no way it happened like that.
I bet you it was like this. People slammed a freaking stack of cash on a table and said, here you go. Okay, highest bidder wins. Here you go.
It's so befuddling to me because there are more people that I know that will never go to New York or California than there are people I have met from New York or California.
Yeah, it's a scuttlebutt thing. There's lots of drama surrounding it for sure. And I think the biggest problem about it is that nobody's going to give a shit because it's the international people that are going to care. They're going to be the ones that trash it more than the Americans trash it.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they can say that most of us don't already say.
I'm not saying that. I'm
No, I
saying that
agree with you though.
I'm saying that they're
100%.
going to be
Yeah.
the ones with the biggest voice.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, truly. New Jersey is going to make Brazil look like the Vatican. I swear to God, with everything inside of me.
We will see. Hopefully nothing happens. I'm praying for a very safe
Nothing
thing,
drastic,
but
remember, happened in Brazil either with the Olympics. I think one of our swimmers fucked a hotel room up and tried to fake a robbery or some shit like that. I don't know. Children.
yeah,
What happens when you send children to these places, to be
yeah,
honest.
immaturity. It happens.
Anyways, it's just terrible. It's a terrible decision by the U.S. Soccer Federation. It's a terrible look for USA Soccer. And I understand why the rest of the world laughs at the MLS. Now, Messi is coming to the pitch. I believe the start of the MLS season, gosh, it's the 23rd or the 26th. Let me look this up real quick. Messi is linked back up with one of his mates there, Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
Should be February 21st, actually. Yep, it's going to start right off the bat with Inter Miami versus Salt Lake. So it should be exciting. I believe you'll be able to listen to it on Sirius XM. You'll definitely be able to watch it on Apple TV. I don't know if Messi's presence will allow for MLS soccer to get on the national stage via television.
They pushed for it with the commercial. The commercial had a lot to do with American soccer and the image and everything, because of all the beers that they could have chose to do that. Obviously, they weren't going to choose Bud Light or whatever.
Well,
but
they were not
Bud
Light or Busch Light. Bud Light's doing their own thing. And again, you can grab all of the actors, all of the big name people you want. You're still missing the point. It wasn't the fact that, for me, it wasn't the fact of the individual that you chose. For me, it was the individual's followers. The individual's followers were like children, right?
Yeah.
So what was the point of that person?
Yeah.
You could have chosen many other people, and it would have, in my opinion, it would have been just fine.
Right.
You
Keep
can't
the
tell me
kids
that
out
was
of
a
it.
marketing to the children.
Yeah, keep the kids out of it. That's all we always say. We're here to protect the kids. We're not here to freaking put them in a situation where they don't need to be.
So if you all want to walk around with Bud Light cans in your hands, that's cool. Be on you.
Sure,
get
go
paid.
for it.
Make your money, right? But don't fuck with the kids.
Yeah,
don't act like it was anything other than that.
Yeah.
At least for me and for you and
we know
all the other people that were upset with us.
I mean, a lot of people,
handful of bigots out there that fucking just hate to hate. We get it. Fuck those people. Yeah. Which segues us into our next conversation. For one, Jay Williams saying Caitlin Clark can't be great because she didn't win a championship. And then because smart words are eluding me, we'll just say add into the fact that Kenny on live television telling everyone that Sabrina should shoot from the women's line. Are these the types of closed door conversation that goes on about women's basketball? And is that why they are where they are?
And the fact that he advocated it as the equivalent of a woman hitting from the women's tees in golf.
They don't even call them that anymore.
Yeah.
Golf. The acronym for golf, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden, has advanced further than the NBA. Are you kidding me?
Isn't that crazy that they haven't changed the name of it?
No, not a lot of people actually know that golf stands for gentlemen's
Charles,
only.
go ahead and tell everybody what that means again, because I don't think people understood the acronym. Really go ahead, let's hear it one more time.
To even further push this, right? Like the old course in Scotland, for the longest time, I think the first women played within the last couple of years ever. That course has been around 150 plus years.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about this.
You could not be on the course without your husband and or an employee of that course if you were a woman. Okay, so now you're telling me this sport, gentlemen's only, ladies forbidden, has progressed further and faster than the NBA. That's fucking crazy to me. Well, don't blame it though. It's Adam Silver can't figure it out that you gave the babies what they wanted one time, right? They just wanted more money.
This is what you
well,
get, though, Charles, when you put these
what-
guys in charge.
absolutely, it's
But
Adam Silver's playground.
we
This
talked
is
about
his
this.
legacy.
Yeah.
What can we do to make the All-Star game better? And you hear what everyone's saying?
Oh,
Well, I
Draymond
guess
Green?
you got to give him money.
Oh, no, let's put Draymond Green in there. No, that's what they did, Charles. They put Draymond in
And
there.
then you put
We
Draymond
talked about
Green on
this.
NBA
Yeah.
TV. Why are you glorifying players like Ja Morant and Draymond Green when they don't deserve to be children's role models?
The NBA has an image role model problem, I believe. I believe it's a very distinct problem, too, because these players actually get promoted by the NBA. And Adam Silver's the fucking evil genius behind a lot of this shit, too. I don't believe it for a fucking minute that anybody else believes it. They just have to go along with it because they get paid.
The best part about this, too? The best effing part to me was Adam Silver's comments after the All-Star game during the trophy presentation. He was so hurt. And the only reason he could be hurt that way is because he truly felt like he had an understanding with the players and the players understood him. And he truly felt 100% that this year's All-Star game was going to be as competitive as it was in the 90s. And they all laughed at him.
Competitive, huh?
They laughed at him, and deservedly so. And now you have most of these analysts going around screaming, you're just going to have to give them more money. Look, you gave them $500,000 for the in-season tournament. Those guys played like it was the NBA Finals. If you want them to play harder, you're just going to have to give them more money.
Did you happen to catch Big Cat's comment?
No.
That the losing team gets to pick a player and that player can never make an all-star team again?
Oh, dude, there's 100 different ways.
Isn't that perfect though? Like
well,
you get punished
yeah.
because you fucking lose.
But to me, I'll have an excuse to not go ever again and enjoy the break that is in the middle of the season. Because if I'm an NBA player in this league, I'm a pussy.
Here's the thing.
I'm a soft-ass bitch. I cannot play the 82 games. How dare you ask me to play multiple back-to-backs in the same 30-day calendar? And if I want to rest, I'll rest. And I'm only going to rest in away cities because why would I treat my fans that way?
Yeah. Here's the other thing. Why, if the fans needed to boycott the All-Star game for one, they should not have shown up like they did and celebrated like they did and then bitched and complained about every single thing that happened during the entire weekend.
Afterwards. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed seeing 200, but I didn't enjoy how I saw it.
Yeah.
There was no competitive.
I thought the celebrity game was more entertaining.
The celebrity game was way more entertaining.
Puka and who's the other guy? The guy's from Racine, Wisconsin. The other baller that can freaking play. That one kid.
Oh,
what's his name?
Chris.
Trev something.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same person that Kelsey Plum told pass the ball more.
Oh yeah. Okay,
dumb.
Whatever. You don't even know basketball, dude.
We're talking about a scorer, right?
And it's a celebrity game on top of it.
Are you on a celebrity game? Who do you think you are?
This dude's out there making millions.
Kelsey Plum?
Yeah. This dude's out there making millions doing basketball things. He does all of this stuff for money.
This is what pisses me off with what her statement is, right? Because we're not supposed to belittle something like that because it came from a specific type of person, right?
Well, sure, but that's more like belittling their character than anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You finally get a seat at the damn table and you open your stupid ass mouth and this comes out? Are you kidding me? Millions of other things you could have said. In a world where everyone's trying to push kindness, you think it's cute to tell somebody in a celebrity game to pass the ball? Maybe somebody should have told that to LeBron James in the All-Star game. Because if LeBron James wouldn't have been chasing that MVP in the damn All-Star game to try and beat Kobe Bryant or tie Kobe Bryant, whatever the hell it was, they wouldn't have gone down by 20 so early.
Wasn't he missing shots left and right?
Oh, he was terrible. Bro, going out there like a ballerina, throwing no-look back-off shots like you're some... Who the hell do you think you are?
He thinks he's LeBron James, and we got to see the worst of him in the All-Star game.
And then to make the comment afterwards, Patrick.
That he's not looking for clout and he's not looking for admiration.
That one too. We'll get to that one. But the one specific was he was talking about how it was 211 and it was just a sloppy offensive game and there needs to be a deeper conversation. It's, dude, shove off. You're such a crybaby. You didn't get the MVP. Your team didn't win. And now we need to have a deeper conversation because you let 211 drop on you? 400 plus collectively. But if you wouldn't have walked in that locker room and went, I want the MVP, boys, and everyone in there knows you're just a damn crybaby, so they got to pass you the effing ball.
Yeah.
And now you're down 20 in the All-Star game, and we need to have a deeper conversation. You need to just go home already. Stop talking like what you were just about to say. Stop talking like you ain't going to, I might do the Tim Duncan. Shut up, Miami. You made a whole spectacle, got the whole world watching you just to tell Cleveland to fuck off. And then came back and got him a participation trophy, and they're supposed to act like you're a god? Bro, Steph Curry's had a better career than LeBron James.
He obviously will, too, when it's all said and done. He got that good segue, Charles. Let's segue right into the three-point competition. We did talk about it a little bit. The other thing about that was I did like the LED digital the court. That was pretty friggin' cool. Yeah. What I didn't like, though, was what happened in the slam dunk competition. That's really what I want to roll into.
God, so ugly.
Can we talk about the fact that Mac didn't get a 50? He didn't get a 50 early on, and they gave Jaylen Brown that.
They gifted him a 50. They gifted him a 50 at the end. His first dunk was way better than his last.
It was way better. Yeah.
All of his dunks were better than the rest of the competition. Period. Yeah. And I don't know if that was because he's tiny. And jumping over Shaq was just balling.
Did you hear Kenny Smith, though, when Jaquez or Jamie Jaquez was out there? I don't know how to say his name. I apologize, Jamie. He played for UCLA anyway. He plays for the Miami Heat. He went out there and he was honoring his homage to his culture, Mexican heritage. And Kenny Smith goes, "What's with all the Mexican stuff?" He literally said that on air. I'm like,
I don't understand how Kenny and Jay will stay on the air.
Are you not paying attention to what's going on right now?
Like, they need to take the Michelle Beadle route and just leave and take their toxicness somewhere else. Y'all will be fine in this day and age. I hate to say it, but someone's going to pick you up and pay you money. You're not going to get ESPN money, but you'll be fine.
Yeah.
The rest of us are sick of hearing the hate, sick of hearing the cheap shots. If you go back and listen to three-point competitions, even I was watching the one where Kevin Hart beat Draymond Green in the three-point competition. It was hilarious. But bro was so just ignorant. The entire time Kevin Hart was shooting, it wasn't even funny. It was ugly. And he's damn lucky the All-Star game sucks and nobody really pays attention to that type of stuff. I think it's over now. I think he's crossed the line too many times. For him to say that shit about Sabrina was just like, and then to like try and back it up instead of walking back.
Tried to defend it.
What the frank, man? And these are the types of people the NBA wants you to be watching. These are the types of role models the NBA keeps pushing. Your Morants, your Draymond Greens. Like, this makes no sense to me. It's ugly. It's an ugly look. But the good news is, though, arguably, in a professional sports world, NBA gets most of their money from sponsors and the global side of things. So you're not getting a situation like you have with the NHL. If the NHL could break into the sponsoring that the NBA did, the NHL would be massive.
The NBA has the least amount of players that they have to spread the money around to. Yeah. So that makes it a lot easier when they get big name sponsors like Nike and Adidas and all these companies
who have to fire their employees yet pay out these ridiculous money contracts. So you got to fire the everyday man or woman or whatever. You got to fire the everyday person, we'll say.
Shout out to Mac McClung and his Puma ad, though. He gets to wear them shoes and he gets to repeat as the slam dunk champion. Good shout out. Good for him, man.
Good for him. Those judges tried to ensure
they tried to take that from him. And Gary Payton was out there looking like, what the fuck am I doing here? What am I even a judge?
It was so terrible. They should have no one on that cast again.
Reggie Miller pretty much ripped him a new ass like when he was on the sidelines.
it was
He's
so
like,
terrible.
yeah.
What was the criteria? Early 90s dunks? Because at one point I was sitting there thinking to myself, hell, if somebody just jumps from the free throw line and lays it in, they're going to get a good score.
Yeah, come on, pull a Jordan, right? Or a
And what the hell was
Wilkins.
Jaylen Brown doing pulling out a glove?
He
Jaylen
wanted to
Brown did not do a single dunk that you wouldn't
no,
see
no,
in
no.
game.
He wanted to prove that he's a right-handed guy and he can dunk it with his left hand because that was supposed to be like the level of difficulty went up because he dunked it with a glove in his left hand.
Aren't you a
I don't know.
professional
Don't ask
athlete
me.
making max superstar contract money?
Exactly, Charles. I don't understand.
You should be
it one
shooting
bit.
with your left hand. You're making 20 plus million a year.
I'm hoping that a professional athlete can palm the ball with both hands. I don't
Cheese
know.
and rice. You don't even have to palm the hand. It's like physics, right? You don't got to palm the ball. You're coming down. Gravity and everything is going to push that ball into your hand. You just got to guide it into the basket. You're playing basketball.
Did you watch any of those videos, those street ball videos? Those dudes are crazy dunks.
Those dudes are ballers, bro.
Yeah.
The NBA
Come on, you
wants
guys
to
can't
fix
do that
the
shit.
All-Star game. Bring
Yeah.
in street ballers in these skill competitions.
Or bring back the Globetrotters versus the All-Stars. That would make it even more fun too.
That would make it way more fun. But who are we kidding, dude? Who are we kidding? We're talking about players who go to the World Basketball Classic and get their ass kicked. Of course, our street ballers here in the United States are going to rake them over the coals.
Speaking of which, Team Wemby get completely obliterated by a bunch of G Leaguers.
Out. Oh,
G-Leaguers. Yeah.
Oh, it was just awesome. That's what I'm saying. That's what was great about college sports. And again,
oh yeah, the teams that
we
stuck
focus
together.
on the NIL with football, and I believe it's on a broad spectrum. But college sports used to be the heart and soul of that engine. You got people showing up to signing day in Lamborghinis now. What are they playing for?
But you know what? I think basketball is probably still the most wholesome of all the college sports, besides baseball, maybe, and hockey.
When we break it down, wrestling, rugby, field hockey, all that, they're out there just doing dog things. And it's really a bummer, to be honest with you. Like volleyball, softball, all that. It's really a bummer that football kind of just muscles the crowd.
Yeah.
They're almost a monopoly, which is weird to think. How can football be a monopoly? But when we look at it, the football program is what, oh, well, we didn't get this athletic program if it wasn't for football. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's true.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Right? Mm-hmm. It's just a bummer that football has muscled its way. It's just terrible.
I would love to see a NIL deal for athletes, like you said, second tier athletes. I'd love to see some collective come together for these smaller schools, not Ivy League schools, but like the second tier level schools. Somebody just say, hey, guess what? We want to make sure that we have a good product on the field when we play these games. Let's try bringing in some talent.
It can't go unregulated, and it smells.
It can't, but
like
it has
nobody wants to attempt to regulate it, which means you're going to need.
Well, pretty obvious with what's going on at Ohio State that they haven't been trying to regulate it.
They don't even care.
Yeah. I think Lane Kiffin still has that on his Twitter. He's got the active count of like 19 or 18 million that Ohio State has spent on transfers. And
you had a guy from Michigan. You had a kid from Michigan leave to go play at Ohio State.
Yeah, but he was a dual athlete. He played baseball and he was a 3-star athlete. I'm not that worried about him. Does that suck for him?
No, I'm not mentioning that as a worry. I'm mentioning that as that is how significant money has changed the game.
I don't know if he went for NIL though. I think he went to go finish his career at his home school, which is Ohio State. Maybe he wasn't happy.
Even if those are true facts, I refuse to believe it at this point.
I don't know. If I was from Columbus and I went to Michigan and I won a national championship and I was done with maybe he's a senior. Maybe he just wants to go finish school at Ohio State. Maybe he's not even going to play sports. I don't know. I'm just speculating what his.
Yeah, no, he's definitely playing football.
He's not going to play football, Charles, but he's going to be on the team.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to see the field, but
I'm pretty sure that's cheating. He's gonna go there and tell all the signals. That's not fair.
Oh, he's gonna exactly. They just got themselves their own Connor Stallion Velasquez or whatever his last name is.
Did you hear Rick Pitino's comments on his team?
Rick Pitino?
Yeah.
Rick Pitino or Rick Petito?
Pitino.
Oh, I thought you were talking about old Potato.
No,
A
I don't
Potato
talk
came
about
out and
Potato.
said he buried the hatchet with Michigan. Did you see that? Tony Petiti or whatever the
Everyone's
fuck his
going
name
to
is.
bury the hatchet with Michigan. Harbaugh's gone. None of it matters anymore. To
Oh,
me.
yeah, I
To
know.
me personally, none of it matters anymore.
Yeah.
They're
All
gonna.
right, so
Everything's going to be swept under the rug. Michigan's going to walk away with shit. The NCAA got the one person trying to get the players more money out of the situation.
okay,
And
so
Michigan helped.
all right, so what's going on with Patino here?
Oh, bro, he threw his players under the bus.
Oh, really? Like for Minnesota or the actual Patino?
Rick
Ricky
Pitino,
himself,
the coach,
huh?
the coach for St. John's threw his basketball team under the coach or under the bus. Are we talking about the same person?
There's two Patinos. His son is the coach of Minnesota, and
I didn't even know his son existed. I'm talking.
He played. He was coached in the Big Ten for quite a while. That's why I didn't like him. That's why I didn't like him, because he was Rick's son.
Oh, I didn't even know he existed. I'm not.
All right, so what? He threw him under the bus when they played what? Villanova or Marquette or something?
No, they just lost to Creighton.
That's not a bad team to lose to.
All right, you got to pull up the audio.
Pull up the audio?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I don't think you're getting the full. I don't think I'm able to articulate the full story to you.
I never heard this.
But you're not even hearing it come out of my mouth. Like,
I can't even. Okay, hold
Rick
on.
Pitino ripped St. John's as most unenjoyable coaching experience in my lifetime. Bro, I'm telling you, he's F the kids. They're unathletic, yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay. I'm gonna pull this up. I've got a screen.
All right,
share.
you pull it up because I can't find it.
It was all I had to do was Rick Pitino news.
Yes, Charles, but I don't want to pull up a bunch of other. I don't want to pull up something with a bunch of ads. I'm trying to pull up I'm trying to pull up the news
this
interview.
Is just straight on Bing video here.
All right.
From YouTube.
Sunday. There's some bubble watching. Look at that. Play the bubble music. Seton Hall and
play the bubble music.
Bubble implications. Joe Lenardi. Seton Hall first four out.
But we don't need to be seeing all of this.
All right. So no, they're up 15. They're up 17.
3.
All right. They're up big at halftime.
12-point lead at the half. The largest halftime lead in Big East play this season. Second half. Seton Hall down 9.
Seton Hall is
in transition up to Al Amir Dawes. Knocks down a 3. Pirates cut the lead 41.
Daytona 500 champion.
Derry Richmond driving inside. Fade away. Good. Seton Hall down 4.
They are a better team than them.
Elijah Hutchins Everett stealing. Thank you very much. I got that. Dre Davis.
Yeah, that was good defense.
Slamming. He had 15. Pirates cut the lead to 2. Oh, we got the game. Under 5 minutes remaining. The Hall up by 1. Dawes, top of the arc, knocks down to 3. 19 points. Game high. Pirates extend their lead 57-53. Over 3 minutes to go. They're up 5 now. They moves to the Richmond. Lays it up and foul. Richmond 18. Seton Hall would go on to win after trailing by as many as no afterward. Not happy.
They would have won.
I think they're unathletic. I don't think they move well laterally. I don't think they're going to pick it up in the next week. I think they're slow laterally. Sean Conway gives you everything he can. He's slow laterally. About 5 guys are slow laterally. Even the Celtics, when we lost, I've enjoyed every minute being a Boston Celtic coach. Didn't like the fact that we lost in that following year, but this has been the most unenjoyable experience I've had since I've been coaching.
You have any second thoughts of taking this job?
No, not at all. It's not St. John's. It's my team.
Fucking asshole.
I think they're very respectful. They hear, but they don't listen. It's taken me a month to get them to throw bounce passes. Actually, 2 months to throw bounce passes.
Jesus.
I was thinking of getting ready for Georgetown because Georgetown could definitely beat us. I'm not even thinking of the future at all. I'm just thinking of the next game and the next game and the next game, and that's it. Just try to get as many wins as you possibly can and represent St. John's in the best fashion you can.
That's an asshole thing to do. That they all can't move ladder. I just taught them how to do a bounce pass 2 months ago.
It took me 2 months to teach him how to throw a bounce pass.
Fucking throwing him under the bus. They're a bunch of fucking fifth graders or something.
Like, I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, man, this dude just lost his CDL. He didn't drive over one person. He drove over the whole fucking team, man. He didn't. Sometimes when you hear this,
He
it's
called
always
out
like,
a player individually too instead of a team. He called out a
yeah,
single guy. I'm like,
yeah,
damn.
hey, old boy moves. He's just slow left and right.
Yeah, he just can't move left and right. He can go up and down like a motherfucker, but he can't go left and right.
Now the Sports Center
Like a
commentators,
dinosaur.
the Sports Center commentators afterwards were like, he's clearly been saying that in the locker room the whole season. They just weren't listening, so he took it to the media.
Sure, get defensive for him. Yeah.
I was like, for one, I don't even know how this dude's coaching again.
A Hall of Fame coach that got caught cheating, and we don't know how long he was cheating before he got caught. That's exactly what it is.
Resigned when, all right, I'm done. I'm never coaching again. Waited the 2-year, 3-year probation window.
Didn't he get caught throwing parties with prostitutes for players or some shit? There was some weird scheme with that's what it was all.
Allegedly, it wasn't him.
Louisville.
It wasn't him. It was his staff.
Yeah, sure. Where do you think the fucking money came from? Who paid for them?
Listen, if we're going to say the same thing about our team, which we did,
Yeah,
listen,
I know.
Harbaugh didn't know what was going on. Hell no. That's crazy to think. But regardless, yeah, dude, drove a bus.
I like he calls out the guy individually, and then he goes, "Yeah, old boy can move, just can't move laterally. Can't move laterally." And then he's like, "Took it too much to teach a box pass. Too much." Jeez, come on, man.
Bro,
They played a lot better than that. They did lose to Michigan though, so that is a pretty good, that's a pretty bad sign there. Another team that you need to look in the mirror and be like, fire your fucking coach. Like, I love Michigan to the end, but it's time, Charles. We've seen this.
Oh my God, dude. Howard's got to go, bro.
The second he took that swing at that Wisconsin coach, that's when he should have been gone.
Why is he? I don't understand. What was Michigan doing? Was this their attempt with the Fab Five? And they didn't want to hurt the Fab Five's feelings any longer? Like,
it's entirely possible they wanted to get them all back together and hope that they hoped that this would have been some kind of reconcile for the program, but their reconcile for the program, they already had it, and they got rid of the guy that brought them there to the promised land multiple times. He brought them to the Sweet 16, and he brought them to the national championship game. John Beilein. Come on, man.
When Beilein left, I was like, yo, he didn't recruit one All-American.
Oh God, no! But he could recruit the hell out of 3- and 4-star guys and get the best out of them.
He would get 100%. The best out of his 3- and 4-star guys. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now you got a guy who he's managed 1 or 2 All-Americans.
They've had 4 5-stars since he's been there, and I think 2 of them have transferred out, and one of them was Dickinson. Obviously, he's gone. Yeah. He's at Kansas. He's doing well. Good for him. But yeah, I just don't understand that team. That program is in shambles right now. More than any other program has been in the history of Michigan. I think they're bad.
Michigan has a baseball team that does better than the basketball team.
Right now, yeah.
Over the last 6-7 years.
The women's team has been better than the men's the last 4
the women's
5
team
seasons.
has been balling out. They've been doing well over the last couple of years.
You just have to go against Caitlin Clark and all these great players in Indiana, and even Ohio State's women's team is pretty damn good.
When do you think the Angela Reese fiasco is going to start again? Do you think it'll be in the tournament?
I got 2 of her cards. I was pumped about that until I heard about the news. I don't know. I did that. They broke the record there. The Gamecocks did break that record, and they set the new record. The Angel Reese thing, the LSU. I'm interested to see what's going to happen in the postseason with that. When they get to the Sweet 16 or something, when they see each other, what's going to happen with South Carolina? And you think they're going to meet each other in the Sweet 16?
Honestly, I don't think LSU is going to make it out of the second round.
You don't think so?
No.
I think they're coached good enough they'll get out of the second round. I don't think they'll make it past the second round though. Or the third round.
I don't think. Yeah, we both have them losing early to mid.
I don't have them in the Sweet 16. I'm wondering if they do go to the Sweet 16. I'm thinking they're not going to have a great seed. What are they right now? Find their record and I'll tell you what they probably would be seed wise. I'm assuming they're going to be like a 6 or 7 seed. Let me see here. The SEC. So they are 13th in the country. They are 21-4. So they're going to be a 3 seed probably.
They might if they end up as a 4 seed, they might face a 5 in the second round. Could be favored by just a few points.
They only lost to South Carolina by 6. They're not
But
terrible.
the thing with them that keeps coming to mind is that their losses aren't terrible, but they keep losing to the teams that are going to progress further in the championship. I think their story last year was magical.
They're probably not going to lose another game the rest of the season. They got Texas A&M, Auburn, Tennessee, Georgia, and Kentucky.
Yeah.
The Tennessee one, possibly, but Tennessee, I don't know.
At Tennessee?
Tennessee's a sneaky one for me. I think them and UConn might do some damage. Those are my 2 sleepers. And isn't that weird to say that you think that Tennessee and UConn are sleepers for the women?
Well, especially UConn.
2 of the perennial big powerhouse women's programs. Damn.
It was funny watching it.
I know it took a long time to knock them off the top.
It took South Carolina so long
to get good.
Not necessarily even to get good. It felt like for 3 or 4 years, that South Carolina was going to be the only one who had a chance to beat UConn. And then once it finally happened, it's like the dam broke and women's college basketball kind of spread out, and it was no longer just UConn versus the world. It was just
if you want to
respect UConn, but get past them.
Compare something very interesting, and you're gonna appreciate this.
Well,
compare women's.
You're
gonna like this a lot. Compare women's softball with women's basketball, and it is like back and forth. Like they're like 1A and 1B because you have Oklahoma, you've got South Carolina, you've got 4 or 5 really good teams, but only one super team.
Yeah,
and there really is only one super team.
Yeah, it does. The more you walk into it, it does feel like if you're a specific type of athlete, you go to a specific school.
Yes, because remember, Michigan's really good pitcher. She transferred to Oklahoma, and she's there this year, or she was there last year. She won a national championship, or she's going to win.
You got gymnastics, Iowa. You're going to do wrestling.
Yeah, or Penn State wrestling. Yeah, it's very specific.
And with baseball, it does feel like the SEC teams that you'll go probably the ACC also.
I'm thinking maybe it's because the pool of players is smaller, so they have to congregate to a specific school.
I've always felt too
that
that and weather, right? You're going to play way more baseball in Georgia than you are in Michigan.
Exactly.
Even with some of the best indoor facilities, you're still playing way more baseball.
Softball tries to have these preseason tournaments, and like go to Florida and they go to California, Arizona, stuff like that, Texas. I'm still interested with this cricket thing going on in Texas and stuff. I wish we got to get down there and go check one of these things out.
I've been watching a little bit of cricket.
A lot of cricket? A little bit of cricket?
A little bit of cricket. I've been watching a lot of soccer. I've been really pushing into the Premier League. It's been interesting to watch. I've just learned about relegation zone, and the lowest 3 positions in the Premier League are designated as the relegation zone. The teams that finish the season in one of the bottom 3 positions drop down to the lower championship division, where they will compete in the following season. So how it works: if there are more than 3 teams with the same tally of points, goal differential, the GD comes into play. But they face the prospect of playing in lower divisions, which have a significant consequence for their reputation, finances, and fan base. So I was looking at the current league and Sheffield, who just got in, because today I watched just a fucking bore of a match. And I get it, right? You're going to get matches like this. Hell, there's hockey games that end 1-0, and the damn goal was scored 2 minutes in, right? Like, we get all of that. But the big thing is, I watched Everton and Crystal Palace today, and it was just the last 20 minutes of it was okay. But from watching like Manchester United and Liverpool and Arsenal, to be watching them play and how they control the ball on the pitch, and it makes such a huge difference. And the way they deflect the ball in between defenders, and it's like watching a damn pinball machine, dude. You get this dude running up with the ball. He's dribbling it, which I guess that's exactly what they call it. So he's dribbling it, and then he bounces it, and one dude hits it off his left, the other dude hits it off his right. The one guy that came up, wrapped around the back, header, goal. Yeah. You're like, holy shit, man. But instead, you're watching 48 minutes of just the worst passes. I don't even understand it. But Everton and Crystal Palace are doing well enough that the bottom three aren't there. But it's just the thing that I'm still trying to dig into is, okay, so then bottom three go into the regulation zone. Does that mean the three champions in the lesser league, in those lesser leagues, get bumped up and now they're playing in the Premier League? And then the next year, the new bottom three are just bumped out. Once you're in that bottom three, I guess the only way back in is through the top. But the reason I dug into this so deep is that it was very interesting to me, because you look at teams that have been bad for a really long time. Let's just say the Jets. They haven't won a Super Bowl since the third fucking Super Bowl, right? Like, wouldn't it have been great at some point to have a pool of teams that are competing to be great, have the opportunity to take some of this trash out of the scenario? So I really enjoy how they do that. And hell yeah, okay, you do lose a little bit of finances, you lose some reputation, you lose a fan base, and as you should. If you're not putting in the time, if you're not putting in the money and effort to ensure that the product you've bought is the best product on the field, instead you're just there collecting money. Tom Gores for the Pistons. That's bullshit. There should be some kind of penalty. I love how the Premier League has done this.
Yeah. Speaking of the Premier League, Charles and I have some big news, and I have a little bit of a recording here for us to listen to. So Charles and I have teamed up with SoRare.com, and we're going to be bringing you fantasy sports now with a little bit of card collection, and you'll be able to collect your own cards and you'll be able to play online fantasy sports for free. So here's a little bit.
Quick pitch. It appeared to be Madden in a fantasy football format with NFTs.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Here we go. This is what SoRare is all about. SoRare is a fantasy football game based around blockchain, where users can trade players, enter tournaments, and compete for prizes worth thousands of pounds every single week. It has a fantastic process where cards are limited in supply, meaning that owning the best players is rewarding, both on the pitch and when trading. Remember, you get 10 free cards when you register here. Each season, there is a limited supply of cards, which never expire. Tournaments are also free to enter, meaning there's no limit on the amount of tournaments you can enter. It's a fairly new concept, but it's exceeding expectations already. I play it, and it just has that killer edge over Fantasy Premier League for me. In 2023, SoRare introduced their partnership with the English Premier League, adding what is arguably the biggest league in the world onto the platform, and there are now just under 4 million managers on the platform. What sets SoRare apart from the competition is the level of prizes, the use of official blockchain cards, and the support this game gets from major gaming brands, mainly Consensus, Ubisoft, and Opta. With that level of backing, it's no surprise that the fantasy football franchise has the endorsement of 141 football clubs and counting. So with the momentum SoRare is gaining since 2020, it was only a matter of time before the game started commanding mainstream attention. If it's got yours, too, here's everything you need to know to get started right now. We are going to discuss everything in this SoRare review, from what SoRare SO5 is, how to play, tips and tricks, and my in-depth SoRare review. You've got to... There you go. There's a little bit of AI giving you a little bit of info on what it's all about. Charles and I will dig deeper into this as it goes on. And as we get into it ourselves, we'll sign up and we're going to be playing this game and we're going to see what it's got going on. But all of you soccer fans out there, absolutely get in on this now, because there's going to be a promo code. We'll link that in the description down below. You'll be able to get those 10 free cards, and Charles and I will start playing with you.
And they did just break over 4 million managers.
Yeah.
Actually, they're approaching the 4.1 million. So they've got a cool little ticker on their website, SoRare.com. That's SoRare.com. SoRare.com. I'm really excited about it. And we were talking about this over the last couple of weeks. You had brought it to my attention. We deep dived it today. I deep dived it. You've been in it for a minute. I'm pumped. I'm truly excited. I was just looking for a new hobby.
Yeah.
I was just talking with the wife about it. So We're going to take the next couple of weeks, deep dive into it, figure out great plays. We'll give you some good picks. We'll give you some hot takes to look into, and we look forward to the future that this could bring us.
The fact that you can do Major League Baseball, NBA, and Premier League, it's crazy. So you get to choose which one you want to do. So you don't just have to do soccer. You don't just have to do NBA. You don't just have to do baseball.
Right
but
on the
you do
main
get to
page,
choose.
too.
Yeah.
You've got Premier League, NBA, MLB, La Liga, Bundesliga. Probably said that way wrong. Series A. You do have the MLS in there, the Major League Soccer. So for all you Messi fans out there, try and jump on that. Try and pick yourselves up one of them there interim Miami Messi cards. Because I'm telling you, you put Messi on your fantasy team, Messi playing in the MLS right now, that's got to be cheating.
It's
got to be cheating in my opinion.
There you go. Charles just gave you a cheat code.
It's crazy.
Cheat code.
It's crazy to me. But I do love how competitive the rest of the players around Messi, both for and against, have become. Sure. They're really embracing the spotlight. I think this is great for Major League Soccer. I think this is great for us. I think this is great for everyone involved. I'm pumped to see where that goes.
This is something we're passionate about. It makes a lot of sense for us to do this.
Yeah,
this is something we're trying to learn more about too.
I generally find myself in the top 5% in fantasy pick'em leagues.
So there you go. You just have to figure this out.
Won't take me very long to figure this out. Quick shout out. We do rip on the NBA a lot. I would like to congratulate them. They rescinded their invitation that was sent to Chris Brown to the All-Star game. Thank you for not allowing Woman Beater to be on national television, another prop to your already magnificent stage that you have created, but at least the kids don't have to see that. So well done, NBA. I really appreciate that. Adam Silver created this pay me or I won't show mentality. I truly believe that'll be his legacy. Quick Green Bay Packer news. It seems all signs are pointing towards us and David Bakhtiari separating.
Parting ways. Yeah.
So we wish him the very best, of course.
It's probably in the best interest, honestly.
After his fourth surgery, I think it's just time to you gave it a yeehaw. It would be really nice if he retired after June 21st.
This is true.
But before he retires, maybe he could take the Corey Lindsey route, restructure his contract a little bit, and then retire so we can spread that cap money out over the next 2 years. Maybe, just maybe, you're going to get your money, and it'll allow Green Bay to continue progressing and being a fantastic franchise instead of having to do all this. I just bit my tongue. All this quick, crazy math. That'd be really cool. Doubt it. Doesn't seem like he's that type of person, but could be wrong. LeBron James ruined the slam dunk competition. Yeah, that's about all I got on my notepad there, broski.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's crazy to me. I'm glad that we've got to partner with something that we're actually both passionate about and interested in.
You can tell he's interested about it. He's been deep diving over the last couple of minutes. We got back into it. He went right back into it. I'm excited.
Yeah, Charles and I didn't like the initial take on it because we didn't know if it was just going to be something that wasn't going to be interesting us. We couldn't put our whole heart into it. And now that this is fantasy and it's competitive, so you best damn bet Charles and I are going to get competitive with this. Hopefully you guys join us. It'd be a fun little ride for us for sure.
You might get the opportunity to dance with the champ. All right, that's all I'm saying. The champ is here.
There you go.
Well, for everyone out there who continues this journey with us, gosh, thank you so much for all your likes, all your comments, all your engagement. Your I want the mugs are coming in strong. We love it. We want to see more of it. Look forward to another episode or two. Not one of these episodes. We're just mentioning.
There you go. There's that mug again. Ooh. I want the mug. Comment, I want the mug.
Ooh, So go find those 2 episodes that we've already linked, listen to them, but make sure you're a subscriber and you comment and you like on those videos for multiple entries into the I Want the Mug sweepstakes.
We
love
will
you all.
link a YouTube short video that says, I want the mug, and that will link to our YouTube page if you don't know what it is. That way you can find the page and also click I want the mug on that as well.
You can find gear like this, these, many more, including that beautiful mug, on boysinthewoods906.shop. Thank you all so much. The world is a much better place with you in it.